గాలి రావట్లేదా? వాట్ యు ఆర్ సర్చింగ్ ఫర్? So in last class we have seen about Jenkins, right? Jenkins project done. All of you got the output? How many of you haven't got the output? Raise your hands. You haven't got it. What's the issue? Okay, you got the output. Okay, fine. How many of you haven't got the output? First of all, how many of you practice? Raise your hands, please. Like this. Okay, I can able to see now. How? Like all of you got the output? Sure. Okay, then fine. So now any doubts or any queries before I going for the next tool? Tomcat? Sorry. That means you enter wrong password. Humans can make mistakes. Servers will never. Correct or not? Only we made mistake. Like you might be confused somewhere, but do one thing. Set up the Tomcat on the lab. I'll come and I'll explain. If it is not come yet. Machines are made by, but can work more than efficient than, right? Yeah, like it's fine. I accept. But humans cannot able to do every time work, right? For that purpose only we invented machines. Of course, human is powerful, but I'm telling that machines will never make mistake. Like whenever you got some any wrong output, right? It is our mistake. Sometimes we'll forget some things. Even I too forget some things. That's common. Okay. Whenever you are not getting the exact output, that means you done some minimal mistakes there. Remember this point. Okay, fine. So from today onwards, we are going to start a tool called Ansible. Which tool it is? Like tool is going to be very, very interesting. So let's start the tool. You were like 10:45, right? Okay, after practicing the Jenkins project, have you got the clarity how real time is working now? Everyone? I'm asking like after practice, have you got the clarity of how Jenkins is working? Taking the source code from Git, building it, doing code quality, everything automation. Good. I'll ask you some questions, like try to answer this one. Sir, with the help of Jenkins, have you done deployment automation? Done or not? Deployment is automated, fine. But sir, here in last project, only deployment is automated. Okay. But tell me one thing, is server creation automated? Sure. Is server creation automated, sir? No. Software installation? No. Tomcat setup? In last project, what we have seen, first of all, we create server, correct or not, sir? Then we install softwares. Then we install, and then finally we done deployment, right? Finally, we have done deployment. Among all of this, the only deployment process is automated. Server creation is automated. Software installation, Tomcat. All right. Then that is not the fully automated project. Okay. In order to automate this everything, we are going to use a new tool called Ansible. Which tool? Ansible is a tool which is going to automate that entire process. Server creation we are going to automate. Software installation. And even the Tomcat setup. Everything we are going to do automation itself with the help of which tool? Ansible. And even deployment also you can do from Ansible, sir. So now let's understand what is the meaning of Ansible. Ansible, it's a free and open source tool. What is the meaning of open source? Okay, it is mainly used to automate the entire process, creating from server, software installation, Tomcat setup, and even the deployment. Everything is going to automate. It's an IT engine which automates from server creation to deployment. That means from starting to ending, we can do automate, sir. Starting point means creating servers. Ending point means deployment. Correct or not? That's it. So Ansible is a configuration management tool. It is also called as configuration management tool. 1 second. Why you are writing the notes? Okay, let's do one thing. I'll stop writing here. You can start writing now. Right. Why the reason I'm giving notes for you? Even though I have PDFs, I can use PDFs or not, sir? I can use PDFs, right? But why the reason I'm writing notes means I want you to focus on the class. Okay, your notes writing, PDF giving, subject teaching, everything I can take care. Only thing you need to take care is focus on the book. That's the only thing. Okay, don't write notes. If something is really important, I'll tell you. Try to run the notes for only those points. Close all of your notes. Fine. So Ansible is a configuration management tool. Here you need to understand the definition of configuration management, sir. Of course, everyone will tell Ansible is a configuration management tool. But what exactly configuration management? Configuration means it's the hardware and software properties of a server. Okay, what is the meaning of configuration? Hardware and software properties of a server. For example, for server, we have CPU, memory, and operating system. Correct or not, sir? So this is what you call as configuration. Management is whenever you install some softwares like packages like Git, Jenkins, Maven, you are going to update them, you are going to delete them, you are going to install. All these are going to call as management. Everyone, like whenever we take interview rate, everyone will tell Ansible is a configuration management tool. Okay, I accept. But what is the meaning of configuration? Nobody will answer for this. Okay. Simply, the persons who are coming for the interviews are directly by hearting the Google definitions. The reason why I never use PDF means if you use PDFs, definitely you are going to by heart the Google definition only, sir. Google definition will never give you the clarity. Only human definition will. Clear now? In the day, I have shown you what is the meaning of pipeline. First of all, pipeline I said in my way. Initially, after saying that, I shown you the pipeline definition on Google. Which one you are able to understand? Human way or Google way? So this is the clarity why I am writing the running notes file. Okay. So configuration means what, sir? Hardware and software properties of a server. And management means what are the packages you are installing. You are going to install, delete, update. These all comes under the management. Clear now? Okay, fine. Sir, Ansible is basically invented by a developer called Michael Dehan. Who invented Ansible? Ansible invented by Michael Dehan. In which year, sir? In the year 2000? 2004, huh? That's Git, right? Someone said 2004. Okay, it's 2012. Which year, sir? So Michael Dehan is a developer who invented the Ansible in the year 2012. Basically, initially he invented or normally free and open source. But later, Ansible is taken by Red Hat. Currently, which organization is taking the maintaining the Ansible, sir? Red Hat. And we have both free and paid versions of. We have both free and paid version of Ansible. Sir, here I said one point very clearly. Ansible is taken by which company now? Red Hat. But sir, Ubuntu, CentOS, these are other flavors of Linux. That doesn't mean Ansible we are going to use on only Red Hat, sir. Ansible you can use for Windows, You can use for Linux and even you can use for Mac OS as well. But of course, in real time, you don't see the Mac OS servers. 99.999% you are going to see only Linux and somewhere Windows servers. With the help of Ansible, you can able to work with Windows servers and you can able to work with Linux servers as well. But as a DevOps engineer, which server you are going to work? Windows or Linux? Clear now? That's it. So it is open source and it is platform independent. It is platform independent. What is the meaning of platform independent, sir? Any kind of operating system, right? If we want to work with Ansible, we need to learn a new language called AML. Which language? Ansible works with AML language. Which language? AML means yet another markup language, which I'm going to tell you on tomorrow's session. Not now. So just understand this point. If we want to work with Ansible, for example, in Jenkins, we use Groovy to write pipelines, right? In Ansible, instead of writing the pipeline script, here we are going to write the playbooks. What we are going to write here? Playbooks, I'm going to write in which programming language here? AML. And sir, for Jenkins, what is the dependency? Java 11. For Ansible, Python is dependency. Ansible dependency is Python. Without Python, Ansible will not work, sir. Process clear? So again, one more time. Ansible is a free and open source tool. Okay. So it is going to automate from server creation to application deployment. It is also called as configuration management tool. What is the meaning of configuration management? Configuration means hardware and software properties of a server. Management means installing, deleting, uninstalling the packages. So Ansible is invented by whom? But currently it is taken by, we have both free and paid version for the Ansible. It is platform independent. To work with Ansible, which program you need to learn? AML. So what is the dependency for Ansible? And for Ansible, we have GUI. GUI for Ansible is Ansible Tower. Which one? We have something called as Ansible Tower, which is the graphical user interface for the Ansible, but we never use the tower actually. Majority of the cases we are going to work with only Ansible CLI mode. Which mode? GUI is Ansible Tower, CLI is normal like commands with playbooks. Okay, sir, fine. Now, how Ansible works, how it works. I'll tell a architecture file, like how it works means I'm going to define the architecture. Sir, if you see the architecture, like let me draw like some architectures here. For example, in last session, what we have done, sir? We have taken the Jenkins server or not, sir? Let me take. I'm not sure like what happened with your case, especially like this system stops working when I take class only for you. For other batches, it is working very fine. But at this particular time only, it's getting this issue. Sir, it is my Jenkins server, sir. Which server it is? Jenkins server. It is my slave 1. It is my slave 2. And in project, one more server we use. That is called as SonarQube server. Correct or not, sir? See that architecture. In our last class, first of all, we used Jenkins main node. Which node? Let me increase some font size. Let me take it to 36. So it is my slave 1. And it is my slave 2. And it is my SonarQube server. Correct or not, sir? And in slave 1, slave 2, we install Tomcat. Correct or not? Okay. So now see, Jenkins setup, Tomcat setup, and in slaves, we install Git, Maven, and Java. Correct or not, sir? In SonarQube server, we install SonarQube. Everything we run from script only. Of course, that is automated. But what this Ansible is going to do, when I create the Ansible main server, for example, it is my Ansible main server. For example, let's take, it is my which server? Ansible main server. Sir, if I connect my Jenkins server with Ansible main server, Jenkins setup is going to be done by Ansible only. If I connect my slave server 1, Tomcat setup is going to do automate. I'm not going to slave server. From Ansible main server only, I'm going to do the entire setup, sir. And if I connect my SonarQube server with Ansible, in my SonarQube server, my Ansible is going to install SonarQube, sir. That means whenever I have multiple servers, in multiple servers, I want to install multiple softwares. I need not to go to any other server. From the Ansible only, I'm going to set up. Process clear? To explain this, one more thing I'll tell you. To set up Tomcat, how much time we spent on last class? Tomcat. 3 to 4 minutes for one server. If I want to do it on 10 servers, 30 minutes. Correct or not, sir? But trust me, Ansible is going to do the setup of Tomcat in only 10 seconds. Not in single server. 10 servers I'm talking about. How many? So now you tell me, if you want to do manual work, it is going to take minutes. But with the help of Ansible automation, we are going to do it on same seconds. Tomcat setup is very big or not, sir? But if I run a single file in my Ansible main server, this single file is going to deploy the Tomcat on each and every server within seconds only. Then is it a complete automation or not, sir? Here in the Ansible, you are going to create the servers automationally. You are going to install the softwares automatically. You are going to do the deployment also automatically. Then are we doing any manual work here? This is the complete end-to-end automation tool we are going to use for our monolithic project. Is the process clear for you? Okay, you said it is my Ansible main server. It is my worker nodes. Like these are my worker nodes, for example. Sir, how my Ansible main nodes are connecting with my worker node means SSH. How it is going to connect? Already we discussed in Jenkins also, main node is going to connect with worker node with the help of SSH or not, sir? Every server you are going to use. Guys, remember, if you want to connect to server, the only protocol you are going to use with the help of SSH protocol. Okay. All these servers are going to connect to my Ansible server. Correct or not, sir? That's it. In Ansible server, you need to understand about majorly two components. Playbook. Playbook means the code. For example, if I want to install Tomcat, I'll write code for it. If I want to install Jenkins, I want to write a code for it. If I want to install Git, I need to write a code for it. Every code in Ansible, you are going to write on playbook, sir. Playbook is the file which we are going to write the code to install softwares and to do the deployment and even for server creation. That means if we want to do any kind of work in Ansible, we need to write what, sir? Playbook. What we need to write? In playbook, I'll write the code. Whatever the code I write on the playbook, that server is going to execute. If I write a playbook to set up Tomcat, Tomcat is going to set up. If I write a playbook to install Git, it is going to install Git. If I write a playbook to create a user, it is going to create it. Is the point clear for you? What is the meaning of playbook? That's it. Second thing is you need to understand about inventory file. Which file? Inventory file means, sir, you are having multiple worker nodes or not, sir? This worker nodes information is going to store on inventory file. Worker nodes information is going to store on which file? Is the point clear, sir? Only two things. First of all, playbook file. Like playbook is a file only. This file is going to consist of Ansible code. Which code? Inventory also a file. Inventory is going to consist of the Ansible worker node information. Is the architecture clear for you now? Again, one more time I'll explain clearly for you. Listen here. First of all, when I have multiple servers, in these multiple servers, I want to install some softwares, or if I want to do deployment, all of these servers, I'm going to connect to which server? From the Ansible server, I can install softwares, I can do deployment, and I can do configuration management. Correct or not, sir? How I am doing all of these activities with the help of playbook. In playbook, I am going to write some code. This code I am going to run on Ansible server only. but the code is going to execute on my worker nodes. Which nodes? Second file, inventory file. Inventory file is nothing but it contains my worker node information. It contains my, is the architecture clear for all of you? And one more thing is Ansible is agentless. Ansible is agentless means in Jenkins, what is your agent, sir? Java 11 is my agent. That means if worker node want to work, we need to install Java 11. But Ansible is not like that, sir. Even though if you don't install anything on your worker node is going to work for you. Concept clear? If the architecture is clear, we are going to set up the Ansible. What about you online? Is the architecture clear for everyone? Can you please confirm your chat once? Okay, seems it is clear for everyone. Summer, inventory file means your worker node information is going to store an inventory file. Summer, I'm going to show it practically, don't worry. Okay, so in Ansible main server, I'm going to write the playbook. If I write playbook on my Ansible server, the playbook is going to execute on worker nodes. Which nodes? How Ansible server and worker node is communicating? SSH and worker node information is going to store on inventory file. Clear? I'll tell the best example for inventory file. So I'm the Ansible server. I want to teach you the subject. Ansible want to install softwares. I want to teach the subject. That means I'm an Ansible main server. You are the worker nodes. Correct or not, sir? Whatever I tell for you, you are going to listen my words. If I ask you to write the notes, you will write the notes. If I ask you to listen to the class, you are going to listen to the class or not, sir? Here also, whatever Ansible main server is going to tell, worker nodes are going to do that activity. Okay, like that. And here, playbook and inventory. The best example for inventory is when you are coming to the class, they are going to take one registration form, right? They are going to write your names. That is what you call as inventory file. In inventory file, what I am saying, worker nodes information is going to store on inventory file or not, sir? Whenever you are coming to the class, they are going to write one notes. In that notes, everything like your name, your number, and your course, everything they are writing or not, sir? Your information is storing on registration form or not? Here also, worker nodes information is going to store on inventory file. Which file? Is it clear for all of you? Know? Everyone? Great. So now, in order to do this practical, first of all, I'm going to create 5 servers. How many servers? 5 servers. Let me test. So go to your AWS console. Of course, 5 servers are not required, but for your clarity and for the real-time scenarios, I am taking 5 servers. I can take 3 is enough, but I'm taking 5 for you. How many I'm going to create? 5. Take Amazon Linux here. So like normal servers only I'm going to create, nothing new complexity. How many servers I'm going to create? So for these 5 servers, give the names like this. First of all, I'm going to give name as Ansible main server is Ansible only. So I'm going to create my developing one server. This is my dev one server. Why? Because in real time, we need to install softwares on dev environment, test environment, production UAT. Correct or not, sir? In each environment, we need to install softwares or not. First of all, I'm going to install softwares on developing environment. I'm creating 2 servers for dev environment. Next test also, I'm going to create 2 servers. Oh, test 1 and test 2. Clear, sir? So guys, like how many of you are using MobXterm here? If you are using MobXterm, setup is very easy. If you are not using MobXterm, it will take a lot of time for you. That's for damn sure. Okay. So let me connect to my servers one by one. Let me filter the running servers. First of all, I'm going to connect to my Ansible main server. Guys, setup is going to be a bit lengthy, but try to listen here. So let me close all of them. Of course, you can connect here better. I'm going to close all of them and I'm going to open this freshly. Sir, how many servers I have? How many terminals I want? 5 terminals. So click on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir, what is the advantage of using MobX term? We are having multi-execution mode. You know about multi-execution mode? I'll tell you now. Multi-execution mode means how many servers you have? I want to execute same command on all servers. Now, if I give multi-execution mode, let me tell you. If I click here, multi-execution mode, in 5 servers, I can able to execute same commands. If you want me to show, cd desktop / key pair. Sir, I am writing commands how many times, sir? But how many times it is executing? If I give ls, command working on all terminals or not, sir? If I give pwd, commands is working on all terminals or not? This is the reason why I am teaching MobX term. Lot of people will use putty. Correct or not? So tell me, in putty have this flexibility, sir? If we use putty, this setup will take more than 30 minutes. But in MobX term, it will take only 10 minutes. Clear, no? Okay, so now I want to connect to my servers. So come out of it. So first of all, connect to your servers one by one. So connect to your Ansible main server. All of you know how to connect to your servers, right? Now, like here it is connecting with multiple terminals or not, sir? I am connecting for multiple servers. Click on multi-execution mode. So here give command sudo yum update -y. I am running command only one time, but it is executing on all servers or not, sir? That's it. Yeah, for Mac, we don't have supporting of MobX term. So Priyanka, you need to use like Mac terminal for it. So now I want to log into root user. Which command? Sudo -i. Is it done, sir? Now I am writing the setup notes for you. So like try to see it from here. So in architecture, like what are the things we have seen? First of all, we've seen master, like Ansible node. Ansible server, we can call it as. Use it to install, like use it to communicate with worker nodes and install packages. Not only installing packages and also deployment as well. And server creation, so on. Next, worker nodes. Which nodes? Worker nodes. Takes commands from Ansible server and works according to it. Next, playbook. What is the meaning of playbook? contains the code. Contains the code which is used to perform action. Which is used to like perform action means like installing packages, creating servers, deployment, everything. Finally, inventory file. Which file? Inventory file means contains info about worker nodes. Clear, sir? Worker nodes and groups. I'll tell what is the meaning of group. Group is nothing but combination of two worker nodes. I mean, two or more than two. Fine. So now I'm gonna do setup here. So guys, setup is going to be a bit difficult when compared to other setups. So try to focus here. First of all, do setup on all servers. Okay. So create how many servers, guys? 5 servers. Among them, one is Ansible server, 2 of them are dev server, and 2 of them are test server. Clear now? So now in all servers, the first thing you want to do is first of all log into root user. This command no need to write. But what happened is I haven't given this command to my previous batch. They are performing everything on easy to user. And in the next day they are asking me, sir, we are not getting anything on Ansible. I haven't, like, it is basic command, right? Do I need to mention that command? But those people like doing every work on easy to user and asking, sir, output is not coming. Why it will come, sir? Because EC2 is having full permissions? No. The first thing you want to do is setting the host name. Host name is to identify the server. For example, sir, can I able to identify my server with the help of IP address? Not possible. But with the host name, I can identify, sir. The command to give the host name is, see here, host name ctl set hyphen host name. For my Ansible server, my host name will be Ansible only. For my Ansible server, what is the host name? Sorry, if I type Ansible, everything is coming or not, sir, on all nodes. If you don't want to do, you are going to click on exclude. Exclude means commands are not going to perform on these terminals. What is the meaning of exclude? So if I click on exclude, my command is not going to perform on this terminal. If you see, Ansible, is it done, sir? Next, fine. Hit enter. Done now? Now exclude on this node. And it is my dev one. Hit enter. Is it done, sir? Now? Exclude this one. It is my which server? Dev 2 server. Hit enter. Done, sir? Now? Click on exclude. And again, it is my test one. Done or not, sir? Finally, my test 2. Done. Is it clear now what is the meaning of exclude? If you click on exclude, the command is not going to perform on the particular terminal, sir. Or otherwise, this command, same command is going to come on all terminals. It is the command to set the host name. Host name ctl set hyphen host name. For Ansible, you want to set for dev 1, dev 2, test 1, test 2. And what is the other thing they have done, you know? The reason of writing this means you need to set host name for all terminals. You know what they have done? Directly copy paste this on all terminals. This command I have given, they copied the command and directly paste on all terminals. Now what is going to happen, sir? Single server is going to have all host names or not, sir? Can I able to identify what is my server now? You don't do it. I hope you don't do it. Okay. So for every server, you need to give the host name. Clear, sir? Now again log into the root user, sudo -i. Okay. So sudo -i. Have I logged in now? Currently my Ansible server is having Ansible host name. It is my dev 1, test 1, dev 2. Sir, can I able to identify my nodes or not, sir? But with the help of IP address, can I able to access? Can I able to identify even? No. This is the reason why I'm giving host names. In real time also, definitely you are going to give host name. Without host name, you cannot work on a server. It is not going to acceptable. Do you trust? Trust or not? Why? We don't have any practical proof, right? Then how you're trusting? The one thing I'll tell you is like ask this question to any of the person who is working on real time, your friends, your relatives and colleagues. Without hostname, you cannot work on a server. Why? Because it is mandatory. Hostnames we need to update on AD server. Without AD server, you cannot able to log into server first of all, like bash and jump host, like this all comes into the action actually. Clear now? For server, what is mandatory? Why hostname? To identify the server. With the help of IP, we cannot identify, but with the help of hostname, can we? Yes. So now setup is going to start from here. This is prerequisite. This command is prerequisite, but I'm going to start the setup now. Sir, here as per the diagram, I am telling my Ansible node is communicating with all the worker nodes or not, sir? So first of all, how it is going to communicate means I am having my root user. Which user? Root user on Ansible server is going to log into the dev server. Again, root user on Ansible server is going to log into dev 2. Same root user, dev 3. Same root user. I mean like test 1, test 2. That means in my Ansible main server, I have the root user. That root user is going to log into all the worker nodes. Clear, sir? Sir, if root user want to log in without username and password, can we allow him, sir? Already we have username for root, but do we have password? Set the password. So password is not visible here. Is it done now? So remember, password is never going to be visible. Okay. So there is a action happened on my organization. I'll tell you at end of the setup now. Okay. How crazy it is means like I never expected that one, but I'll tell you. So now what is the step number 1 here? Setting up the password. Why to set up password? Why? Because root user want to communicate with all the worker nodes. Without username and password, we cannot allow him, right? Already user is there, but what is set up now? Password. Okay, sir, fine. Now, if root user want to log into the servers, we need to edit one file. We need to edit one. That file is called SSHD file. So there is a file called vam/etc sshd_config. Just give ctab. If you give ctab, automatically it will come. Sir, it is the file which is having the properties for login of root user. If root user want to log into other servers, we need to modify this file on every server. Am I modifying this file on every server? Go to line number 38, colon 38. It is telling that permit root login. Yes, sir, it is commented mode. Commented means it is going to work, sir. I am going to uncomment this one in line number 38. Again, go to line number 63. Here, password authentication, that is telling that if root user want to try to log into my server without password, accept him. It is telling. Sir, can we accept the root user without password authentication? So we need to put no to. Clear now? So these are the two things. Again, what is the file? VM etc sshd_config. In practice, all of you are going to do mistake on it. 50% of you. Why? Because I give sshd_config, but unfortunately in practice you give hyphen there. Definitely it's going to happen. Whenever you give hyphen, new file is going to create, sir, and you are going to see empty data, right? So don't use hyphen, you need to use underscore. So in this file, you are going to do what, sir? You are going to change line number 38. In line number 38, you are going to do uncomment. What you are going to do there? Comma, and one more line you are going to modify 63. 63 you are going to replace no with. Clear for all of you know? Step number 1 is giving the password to root user. Step number 2 is allowing the root user to log into other servers. Clear, sir? Now, sir, SSHD is a service. Whenever you modify something on service, what we are going to do? Restart. You know the command, right? Tell me the command then. You know the command. System ctl restart SSHD. Now, if you want to check status, you can check status. It is optional, but always try to check the status. Is it running, sir, here? running or not? In every server, it is now active and running. So remember, not only in this particular point, whenever you change any service on real time, changes need to be replicated, means you need to restart the service. Without restarting the service, you cannot able to, right? For example, let's take the best example of our mobile phones. When you install new software, changes are going to happen on your like mobile or not, sir? It is going to ask restart. Okay, if we do restart only, then only changes will replicate. So again, how many comments we performed here? Only 3 comments. This first are prerequisite. Okay, don't count this as comment. First of all, we are going to give the password. Why to give password? To login purpose. Next, I am editing the SSHD file. Why I am editing? To allow the root user to login. I am giving permissions to root user for login. Again, I am changing the service. Why? Because like I am restarting the service. Whenever you change something on service, you want to restart. And finally, I am checking the status. So is the concept clear till now for everyone? Online, what about you? Can you please confirm? Are these 4 steps clear for all of you? Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone for your response. Doing uncomment is for. Why we are doing uncomment? If you do comment, it is not going to work. Summer. So now in all nodes, your work is done. Now you need to go to Ansible main node. You need to go to Ansible main node and install Ansible, sir. If I want to come out of multi-execution mode, are you seeing exit here? Click on exit, go to here. What is the command to install Ansible? Yum. Correct, sir? Wrong. It won't accept. Why? Because yum package is not going to work for Ansible. We need to use Amazon Linux extras. Install Ansible 2. Package name is Ansible 2 only. What is the command to install Ansible? Amazon Linux extras install Ansible 2 -y. It is a command number 1. Is my Ansible installing or not, sir? That's it. Sir, for Ansible, what is the dependency? Correct or not? That means we need to install. For Python installation, what is the command? Yum install Python. And with the Python, we need to install the PAP module as well. So like you might not aware of PAP. So these are some of the modules which required for Python packages. So I'm installing Python. Install Python 3 is the latest version. And Python 3-PAP. PAP is the name of the module. So in Python, we have PAP module. So I'll tell you what is the meaning of PAP. Whenever you want to install Linux packages, you are using M module, right? If I want to install Python packages, I need to use PAP module. You got the point? Sorry? I'm not getting your question. 3, I'm using 3, right? So it's the latest version we are having currently. 3.10, I think the latest version will be. Oh, 1 second. Copy this. So now, of course, there is one more dependency as well, Python D-level. I'm going to tell that. Let me copy this command first. Hit enter. Is Python installing or not, sir? Python by default is going to come to our server. Why? Because whenever you are creating server, right? In server, you are going to have the default version of Python. But one more package we want to install is Python D-level. It is also one of the dependency, but by default, okay, I think so. This is also there. Huh? 1 second. So remove the version 3 and like try to install. Of course, by default, if you give Python as well, you will get the Python 3 version only. If you want me to check, just to give Python 3. What is the version? 3.7. If you give by default, it is always going to pick the latest version. But if you want one particular version, give 3.10. It is the latest version we are having. Come out of it. So first of all, you install the Python and you install Python modules and you install the Python packages as well. Okay, so these are the Python dependencies. Are these two commands clear? Installing of Python and installation of Ansible. Now only last command is pending. Installation is done till now. But sir, already we discussed we want to communicate with our worker nodes or not, sir? Worker node information is going to store on which file? Inventory file. The path of inventory file is etc Ansible host. It is my inventory file. Which file? You can go to line number 12. In line number 12, you are going to give the groups now. Sir, how many groups I have? 2 groups. First one is dev group. Second one is in dev groups. How many nodes I have, sir? 2. So give the private IP address of your nodes. Of course, you can give like this, but I won't tell you how to give the IP address like this. Again, go for multi-execution mode. So what you are going to do is first of all exclude this one and give the command hostname -i. If I give hostname -i, am I going to get my private IPs or no, sir? Getting or not? So what you are going to know is copy the first private IP address of dev1. But again, it is going to paste on all worker nodes, right? If you don't want to paste them on all worker nodes, you need to click on exclude. Again, if you want to do manual, it's up to your choice. Done. So next, dev2 IP address. Is it done, sir? Now again, test is going to have the IP address here. So test1 IP address. Test server 1 IP address. And it is test server 2 IP address. Lot of people will do mistakes here. Don't give this wrongly, okay? Try to give it perfectly. What is the name of the file? etc Ansible host. What is the name of the file? In etc Ansible host, we need to give our IP address like this. So vim under etc under Ansible under host. You need to give like this, sir. So I'm going to teach, like, tell you the line number as well. You are going to start it from line number 12. Some people will give at starting of the line. Some are going to give at ending of the file. Okay, don't confuse. So done, sir, no? Now again, come out of multi-execution mode. Sir, the only thing that is pending is your inventory file also ready. But sir, how Ansible is going to communicate with worker nodes? By using, I'll tell one simple question. For example, Ansible is my home. And like you are the worker nodes which I connected. If you want to enter into my home, you need keys or not, sir? Like that, whenever Ansible want to communicate with worker nodes, so we are going to generate keys on Ansible main server. Which server? SSH-Key Gen. It is the command to generate the keys. Which command, sir? If you give this command, it is going to generate the keys. After that, you need to click enter 4 times. It is telling that generating a public and private key on root.sh folder. Hit enter. You want to give any passphrase? I don't want. Enter. Enter. Done, sir, now? Now you generated the keys. What I generated? SSH-Key Gen is the command. I'm writing it here. I'm commented this one, okay? Use it to generate the keys. These keys I want to copy to my worker node, sir. These keys I want to copy to my, and after that enter 4 times. This point also small points I'm writing. So please look these notes very carefully. Now after that, sir, if I want to connect to my worker node 1, dev1, command is very easy. SSH-C tab. If you use C tab, command is going to come. I am logging with which user? To which server? Dev1. So give the public IP, private IP address of your dev1. Yes. Now give the password. Already I given password or not, sir, for root? Key added? Key added or not? If the key is added, your connection is done. If you want to verify, currently you are on which node, sir? Ansible main node. If I give SSH and private IP address of my worker node, you are logged into which node? Dev1. Connection established or not? Is my Ansible main node communicating with my worker node? No? Now log out from it. Log out means give the control D. Again, sir, now I want to communicate with my developing server too. I need to copy the keys or not, sir? Tell me the command. SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. If you give C tab, command will come. I am logging with which user? To which server? So copy the IP address. Yes, and give the password. Is key added? If the key is added, you are ready to communicate. How I can communicate SSH and give private IP? I'm on Ansible node, but I'm communicating with developing too. Now log out. Control D means log out. Sir, again I want to communicate with my testing server one. Tell me the command. SSH hyphen C tab copy hyphen ID at the rate test one IP. Correct or not, sir? Yes. Is it done now? Can I connect with my test one server? How I can? SH and private IP. Currently I am on. Now log out. Control D. Again I want to communicate with my test server 2. So again copy the IP address. What I'm copying here? Yes. Give the password and give SSH private IP. Done or not, sir? Control D. This is the way to connect to your server worker nodes from Ansible main node to the worker nodes. Is it clear? So command I'm writing SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID root at the rate of private IP. Okay. So after that SSH private IP. After giving this one, first of all you need to give yes, and later you need to give password. Correct or not, sir? And once you log in, click on Control D to exit. Okay. So repeat all of this for all your worker nodes. I'm writing here note point. Copy the keys to all worker nodes by using above method. Clear, sir? No? So this is the way how you are going to connect with your worker nodes. Okay. So now one more time, I'm repeating the whole process for you. First of all, how many servers I created? For server, I put the host name, sir. Why to put the host name? Without host name, can I able to identify my server? I put the host name. Next, in step number 1, I gave the why to give password to log in with root user. And next, second, I edited one file. What is that file? etc ssh shd underscore configure. Why I am editing that one? Because why I am editing? I'm asking. Why I'm editing means if I want to give permissions for root user to log in, I need to modify that file. In line number 38, uncomment. Line number 63, modify. Yes. After that, it's a service. Whenever you change something on service, we need to systemctl restart SSD and check the status. Now coming to the Ansible main server. First of all, I install Ansible. Later, I install Python dependencies. Now I modified the inventory file, etc Ansible host. In inventory file, line number 12, I give the developing and testing. Developing is a group. How many servers I have? Testing is a group. How many servers I have? 2. After that, you need to come out of the file and you need to give the SSH-key gen. It is going to generate the key. With the help of the keys, only root user is going to log in, sir. What is the command to copy the keys from one node to one node? SH-copy-ID root at the rate of private. So you need to give yes and later you need to give the. So can you able to log in or not, sir? This is the setup of Ansible. Is the concept clear for you? Everyone. All in, can you confirm me once? Is the setup clear for everyone in the class? Sorry, some servers. Okay, like what kind of servers are this? Okay, I think it's not required. So like, okay, if you tell me the what kind of server it is, I can able to explain. No, I'm not asking about DNS or any other servers. I'm asking about is it Linux server or Windows servers? Linux servers directly going to accept the password. Like, I'm not sure. Like, can we confirm in lively? I'm not sure. Like, okay. Let's hold this one. So we have one Linux administrator here. Like, let's take a feedback from him. Like, sir, you are working as Linux admin, right? So directly we can able to copy keys or not for any like from one to another server. That's it. I think he's almost having the experience of 8 years in Linux. So it is not a case. Even I haven't never seen on my working area that password is not going to accept. It will accept definitely. Of course, like you might seen some different scenario. I think so. Might be. Like that means in that case, they are not using keys. They are using the secrets. You know secrets, right? Might be they are using the secrets. Fine. So now let's hear. Sir, you said that with the help of Ansible, what we can do, server creation, we can automate. Software installation also we can automate. I'll give a demo. Sir, in all of my servers, have I installed anything here? Freshly created servers, correct or not, sir? If I try to check the Git version on those servers, am I going to get the Git version? No. So now go and see here. If I go for multi-execution mode, clear the screen. So give the command git -- version or git -v also you can give. Am I seeing git command anywhere here? Now what I'll do, come out of multi-execution mode, go to your Ansible. Sir, what is the command to install Git, sir? I'm install git -y. Put that on double quotes. Correct or not? So now here you are going to write with the help of Ansible tool, I am going to install all. I'm going to install, that means all worker nodes. If I want to work on developing servers, I'll give dev. If I want to work with testing servers, I need to give. But here I want to install Git on all packages. So Ansible all -a stand for arguments. What is the meaning of -a? Ansible is the CLI tool we are using. Currently, what is our tool? For Git commands, we use Git. Okay, so here we have some internet issues, so that's the reason the screen got stopped here. So now like let me log into my server. And one more thing, whenever you are working, please use the root user because EC2 user doesn't have all the permissions. So now give the command Ansible with the help of Ansible in all servers -a means arguments. I am installing So now it is going to install Git on all my working nodes. Why? Because here I have given all. All means all working nodes. Done or not, sir? Command I write how many times? But on how many servers it is replicating, sir? Not 5, 4 only. Ansible server is not going to install packages. Okay. So if you wanna check, go to here and like everything is closed here. Let me do one thing. Let me reconnect the servers. If you want to reconnect server, click on up arrow. Directly your DNS is going to come. So now if you go and see, like I connect, like I'm connecting for my servers. If I give git -v, am I going to get the git or not, sir? Let's check it. So login as root user. Previously you are not seeing git version. Are you seeing git version now? How it is coming, sir? Because I performed some action. What I performed here? This is what you are going to call as ad-hoc commands. What we are going to call as? If you want to work with Ansible, you can work on multiple ways. But among them, the first method is ad-hoc commands. Which commands? Ad-hoc commands are nothing but these are simple Linux commands. These are simple Linux commands. For what purpose we are using? Use it for temporary works. Use it for? These commands will be overridden. Clear, sir? And we cannot reuse it. Is it clear now? Sir, for example, I want to install Maven, sir. What I want to install? Tell me the full command. I am removing this one. Tell me the full command. How to install Maven? Ansible. All means on all servers. If I want to install only on dev servers, I am putting dev now. -a. Now it is going to execute Maven on only developing nodes. See now? And of course here, okay, fine. Is it working or not, sir? Of course, like guys, here the internet is too slow. For that purpose, it is taking much time to execute. But if the internet is good, it is going to do the action within less than 5 seconds only. Okay. Previously, how we have installed these softwares? Manually. But with the help of single commands, I am installing this on all servers or not, sir? Now, again, if I go for multi-execution mode, again, if I give mvn - version, sir, for developing one and developing two, I am getting, sir. But for testing, I am getting, sir. No, why? Because in the place of host, I put only, if I want to install them and test also. Test, correct or not, sir? Now the same action is going to be replicated on testing environment. Which environment? I mean like testing servers actually. So now you can. There is a concept called inventory host pattern. You can get clarity on them. Okay. For example, like what he is asking is, sir, if I give test there, it is going to work on all testing servers. But I want to install a package on testing server 1 only. So give test of 0. Test of 0 means index numbers basically. I'll tell the inventory host pattern. Wait for it. Don't worry. Is the concept clear now? Sir, for example, I want to create a file. What is the command to create a file? Touch. Tell me on ad-hoc mode. Ansible -a touch file 1. Is file 1 created now? I want to get the list of files. So instead of going for worker nodes, don't do it. You can give command here directly. Why? Because with the help of Ansible, no need to use worker nodes. Directly you can communicate from here. If I give Ansible all -a, that means command is going to execute on all servers. Am I getting the list of files here? File 1. Correct or not, sir? Like that. Sir, I want to install a package called Apache. Tell me the command. Apache means we need to give HTTPD actually. In Ubuntu, it is Apache, but it is Red Hat flavors, right? So we need to use HTTPD only. Clear, sir? Sir, Apache is a service. Whenever you download service will be unlisted by default. Stop or state. Correct or not? We need to start or not, sir? Tell me the command again. Ansible all -a systemctl start httpd. Sir, simple Linux commands or not, sir? Executing only one time, but how many times it is replicating? 4. Can we check the status now? Start. I'm gonna put now. Status is running or not, sir? Server number 4. Server number 3. Server number 2. And server number 1. Correct or not, sir? So the intention of Ansible means even if you want to work on 100 servers at a single time, it is going to remove the manual work and it is going to do the automation process. Which process? Automation process. So these are the commands we perform. So let me write the commands first. We install, First of all, we install Git. Next, we install Maven. To check the version, no need to go for node, sir. I can give here mvn - version. To create a file, touch file 1. And to get the list of files, just to give ls. If I want to install Apache, yum install httpd. It's a service. Whenever you install service, we need to restart. So which command we can use? Systemctl restart. Can we check status later? That's it. So this is what you can call as Ad-hoc. And one more thing, if you want to create a user, of course you can also do it. Tell me the command to create a user. User add or add user Raham. Is Raham user done or not, sir? If you want to check the list of users, what is the command? List of users. I want to get all the list of users in my server. Which command I want to use? We already discussed. I said user and groups in starting of your sessions. Correct or not, sir? Ansible all -a cat etc pass wd. We said this command or not, sir? Now, are you able to see Raham user on all servers? 1, 2, 3, and finally is 4. Whatever work you want to do with the help of Ansible main server, you can do any work on any worker node. Clear now, sir? So this is what you can call it as Ansible for day 1. Of course, I can cover one more topic, but I won't. Tomorrow I'm going to cover for day 1 setup and some basic thing. One more small thing I want to tell about is Ansible inventory host pattern. Which one? What is the meaning of inventory host pattern? Means, sir, you want to list all the worker nodes, see how. So the command is Ansible all -list host. Is it listing all the worker nodes or not, sir? But I want to get only developing nodes. Which nodes? Get only dev. If I want testing nodes, I need to give test. Sir, if I want to get the testing node 1 only, testing node 1 means index number 0. Have we got only testing node 1? This is what you are going to call as Ansible inventory host pattern. Which pattern? Inventory. Sir, for example, I want to list the last node. Which node? Last node means what you want to get here? No. In all servers. So put all n -1. If you put -1, it is going to get the last server. If you want to get last but 2 server. Correct or not, sir? So this concept we are going to call it as Ansible inventory host pattern. What is the name of the concept? Inventory host pattern. If I give dev, I'm going to get dev servers. If I give test, I'm going to get test servers. Okay, TEST. Sir, if I want to get the testing server 1, I need to put here index number 0. If I want to get a last node, I need to get all minus 1. Of course, you can print the range values as well. You can print the, for example, if I give Ansible all list host, I'm going to get the host, sir. For example, if you have 100 nodes, how many nodes? You want to get the node 10 to node 20. Node 10 means what is index number? 9. Node 20 means, so you can give 9:90. It is going to print the range of the nodes. If you want to see, sir, I want to print the node number 2 to node number 4. Node number 2 to node number 2 means, node number 4 means. Am I getting the exact thing or not, sir? This is how you can print the ranges in Ansible. Of course, generally we don't print ranges. We print the hosts only. Of course, on some rare troubleshooting scenarios, like not generally, on very, very rare scenarios. So now it is the end of day 1 for Ansible. So how the Ansible? First of all, have you got the clarity what is Ansible and why we are using? Everyone. What about you online? Have you got the clarity of what is Ansible and why we are using Ansible? Your repository name 19? 17, huh? So now coming to the doubts and queries session. So if you are having any doubts or queries, you can ask me now. Any doubts, any queries? Guys, I would like to get more doubts from you. Why? Because if you are asking doubt means you are communicating with me and you are taking knowledge from me. If you sit like that, right? I'll be confused whether whatever subject I am teaching that is delivering for you or not. Tell me one thing, whatever subject I am delivering, are you able to receive the subject? Getting clarity? Satisfied? Sure. Can I believe? That's great. Fine. What about you online? The subject delivery good for all of you? Can you ping me? Why? Because if I don't get feedback from you, right? So I cannot able to assess how the subject is going for you. What about remaining 40%? I'm getting a response from only 8%. That means remaining 40%. What you are doing? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Give me some time. History. And have I said you how to print the history on timestamp? No, right? History we can print on timestamp. That means at which day, which time you can use which command. We can print like that. Huh? If online people give me response, I'll tell. Otherwise, I won't. I mean, only for online, not for you. So online, if you give the response, I'll tell, or otherwise, it's up to your choice. I would like to get response from everyone. Then only I'll tell. Otherwise, I won't. Okay, so still 20 people are not able to get. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. So the command is export command. Export hist time format is equal to, open the double quotes, person f and person, percentile t. If you run this command, automatically your history is going to print on timestamp. Is that clear? So if I give history, sir, daily for history, are you seeing the timestamp, sir? No. If I give Are you seeing timestamp here? Seeing it or not? So that is the command actually. So definitely in real time, when we are doing auditing, like some type of troubleshooting techniques, we used to have this command. So that's it for today's session. So now any doubts or any queries? We still have some time to discuss your doubts and queries. And one more thing, after practice, please stop your Ansible servers. Why? Because if you terminate again and to recreate them, it will take a lot of time for you. Practice 1 or 2 times. If you are comfortable, then stop the servers daily. Don't recreate every time. Notes and queries. Okay, Shivam. Sir, yesterday I am trying to deploy the project on Jenkins, but I am getting the error. How to resolve this error? Error target 5 option. Okay. So error is very clear. I think I have shown this error lively. What is the error for that one? I shown this error very, very clearly. Okay, tell me which kind of error is it? Job level error or it is server level error? Job level. Okay. Then how to like troubleshoot it? Correctly, like correct. But what is the dependency there? Java version is difference. Sir, in last class, what we have done is we install Maven with 1.8.0. Then I removed the Maven and I try to install Java 11. Now, second time, Maven is working with Java 17 version or not, sir? For that reason, that error is coming. So, Shivam, I will suggest you to remove the Java and Maven completely. So then install Java 1.8.0 first and then install Maven. So directly seeing this error, you can troubleshoot. The reason why I explained every troubleshooting technique is whenever you want to do troubleshoot, by seeing the errors only, you need to troubleshoot everything. That's the level of knowledge you want for real time. I hope it is clear for you, Shivam. And timestamp means it is what you call as timestamp. At what time, what date the command is printed. Hope it is clear for you, Priyanka. And still any doubts or any queries or anything to discuss regarding the Jenkins or Ansible or any other previous sessions?